Hi guys, it's Becky, and I have an idea that I want to try out tonight. We're gonna see if it'll work. This was the let's see, this was December curated bead box, and I did an opening with it, but this is the first time that I've had a chance to sit down and make anything with it. And you can see this is empty right here because I already pulled out all of the these 10 millimeter like silvery crackle glass beads. Because I've been playing around with this, trying to get my ideas ironed out for this. I'm probably going to be using these beads as well, and these smaller, I think these are 6 millimeter beads. Just going to pull a whole bunch of these guys out. All of them, maybe all of them. Maybe. I've also pulled out a couple of the 8 millimeter crackle glass beads that came in the bead mix. And so I've got all of these guys out here. And a couple other beads and this charm. And I am going to be using the necklace size memory wire and the bracelet size memory wire. Now I've already started working on the bracelet size memory wire. I'm going to set this aside for now. We'll pull it out in a minute. And to do this, I cut an entire round of the memory wire and then cut that in half so that I had half of it like this, making a little smile or a moon or maybe a little rainbow. Anyway, I went ahead and measured out 4 of these. And then on each of them, I used my 6-step bail making pliers with the smallest step to make a little loop on one end. And by the way, cutting the memory wire was done with my memory wire cutters. And I'm also using this for some other things associated with it. But for the most part, I'm using my memory wire cutters, these, and I think I might need to use some craft wire things, so I've got some flush cutters waiting for that as well. So those are my tools that I'm using for this. But yes, I've got some beads, I've got all of these, and then what I'm doing with these is I've got 4 of these that I'm making, and I'm just piling these crackle glass beads onto here, separated by these kind of brownish, kind of a mushroom brown color. That's the color vibe that I'm getting from there. It's a nice soft fall vibe. But I'm just getting these guys on here. And then after I get all of these beads on my little memory wire smile, like this, I'm going to make another little loop on the end. And the way my loops go when I'm doing these is if the line of the memory wire goes this way, then I want the line of my loop to go perpendicular to it, like that. So the line of the loop goes this way, so my loop needs to go in that direction or somewhere similar. So I'm just going to grab my 6-step bail making pliers. I'm going to pitch it right here on the end. And it's going to take some force to move it because it's memory wire. But these, one of my friends suggested using these instead of my round nose pliers for making these loops, and it works so much better. It was such a great suggestion because they are sturdier pliers. They can handle that a little bit more. So I have made 4 of these. And now they are ready to go when I start assembling this. And then for this, I want to make just a little center, what is it called? Like a focalish sort of thing. So I'm going to grab some silver 22 gauge wire. gonna cut some of this off. And I'm gonna make a loop on one end with my bail making pliers, and I'm just gonna make a wrapped loop. So we bend it back and then bend it forward. Make sure this is crossing. Open it up a little bit so I can attach my charm to the end. Close it up. And I'm just using my finger to push the wire around the stem a few times. And then I'll cut with the flush cutter. So that is now attached. I'm going to pop this larger bead. Now this came in the bead mix as well. This was in the brown bead mix. And this is one of the ones that I've got over here. So that should pull that together. And now I want to do another wrapped loop. And I want my loops to go in the same direction because this is going to be hanging from the memory wires. So I bent it over my pliers so there'd be room for wraps. Put it around my bail making pliers to make a nice loop. I'm just going to wrap it. There we go. So that's going to be my focal for this necklace. Now, as for materials, I may be trying out that thing where you glue a bead to the end of your memory wire, but that's going to be on the big necklace memory wire. So when it comes time for that, I'll get my glue out, but I don't have it out right now. Okay, so now let's put this together. I'm going to pull out some of this necklace size memory wire. I have not used this before, so this is going to be really fun for me. And I'm going to need enough. I know, is it like a full circle when it's coiled? Is that enough, or do you need to make sure it'll go around a neck? Yeah, that should do it. Okay, so full circle when it's coiled is enough to go around, you know, my neck at least. All right. This is cool. Again, new for me. We're gonna find out how well this works. All right, I'm just going to slide this guy right here into the middle and build out from there. And I think I would like one of these on either side. And then one of these long kind of ovally ellipse shape beads. Got that smoky color with a little bit of an AB finish on it. That on either side. And then one of these guys. And now I'm going to put one loop. I actually want it to be facing inward. One loop on there like that. Let's see. How many of these between that. All right, let's try it with 2 and then 1. Nope, there's still more room for another bead, maybe even some bigger beads. Let's see what else I can put in here. I've got these like water droplet kind of beads that I could stick in there. I am pulling out of this bead mix. There aren't a lot of those though. I'm gonna want something that I can use several of. And there aren't a lot of those. I might pull these little pearls out for the end caps though. You know what? How about these spacers? I think the spacers might work. Yeah, let's try spacers. Sometimes I have ideas right away and sometimes they've got to percolate a little while, and this one just kind of popped up in my brain today. So I was like, you know what, let's make it. Let's see if it works. Yeah, I think I like having this here because it helps bring the color that I've already got here out a little bit more. That landed right on its tippy top. It was standing right on its edge. That's kind of cool. All right. Boom. Boom. All right. And will this fit in there? Yep, it does. All right. So I'm going to scooch this all the way up along here. So this is the tricky bit. Just trying to get this over the edge without these beads coming off. Don't want to try opening and closing my loop because what if it never closes again? There we go. Let's see, it'll hang like this. Kind of dangle. You know, it could probably stand to have like another little bead between it, but just a little bead, not a lot. That's okay though, because it'll totally be fine. I am gonna grab one of my bead stoppers. I'm gonna stick it right here to make sure that it doesn't slide off the other end while I'm working on this side. All right, I'm gonna stick this guy right here between those two. Like that. And then put another one of these guys on here. And start stacking more beads. All right, and how was that? That was the 4 of these guys. That, I don't know why I have this on here. It just followed me from over there somehow. So wait, do I have all of them that I need? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, so 1 of these. Anyway, I hope y'all are ready to have a great weekend. I am going to be spending the weekend trying to get some stuff done around the house. I should be able to sneak in a tutorial or two while I am doing these things. Right. Okay, tricky part. Getting this one in here. Ta-da! All right, so now what I'm going to do, now that I've got this over here on that end, is I'm going to move my bead stopper over here, bloop, so that I make sure that it doesn't come off. I know there's tricky bits. It's probably, like, it'll hang nicely on a neck, but like laying down kind of stands up. But that's fine. That's totally fine. All right, let's try stacking these on the other side. All right. Over here. Got these and the spacers. This would be a fantastic thing to wear to like a New Year's party because it is sparkly and shiny. Don't forget the small bead becks. I do that a lot. I forget things. But that's fine. Okay, one more of these, and then we're gonna do that. I'm gonna try and get this guy onto the wire without, there we go. So far, so fancy. There's that smaller one. Hold on. Yes, okay. Then my last one. At first I thought I was going to do like 6 of these, but I don't think there'd be enough room on the necklace for 6 of them. I was just like, you know, when your eyes are too big for your stomach, sometimes my eyes are too big for my necklaces. I plan more beads than I really need to on those. All right, and it looks like I have a couple left over that I could do earrings with later. Not tonight, later. I just wanted to do a real quick make with y'all for a Friday night fanciness. I don't think that's a thing, but we can make it a thing. All right, now I would like to put some beads on the back of this before we get to the end. I think that these are going to be the best for it. These guys. So let's pop these guys on here. Six. Okay, so that's 6 of them. Then we'll end up gluing this pearl onto the end of this. Probably I'll glue it on and then just cut off my excess wire, or not. I don't know. Let's see. See if I can get 6 on the other side. Whoop. Where are you going, buddy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is gonna be a whole necklace. All right, let's get my glue out. I think I am going to go grab some Loctite, so I will be right back. All right, so now that I've got this, let's get some of this over here on the end. Probably I'm gonna want that to have some time to cure. I'm just gonna put a little dollop right here on the very end. Probably gonna want to leave it when and if I do. How long does this take to set up? Hold for 15 to 30 seconds. Okay. So at least 5 minutes. So I'll be back in 5 more minutes and we'll do the other side. All right, now I'm going to just trim this down so that there is room for that bead, but not a lot else on that side. And I'm going to grab that Loctite again. Put a little blob right there. Be careful, squeeze the right side. Wait, where's my pearl? There it is. Almost lost my bead. Careful not to get it on my fingers. Let's put this on here, and I'm just going to hold this for about 20 to 30 seconds to get it to stay on there. Then I think this will be finished. Okay, so I let this dry overnight so that the glue could finish curing. And this is my finished choker. It's got several dangles and a center part, and it just goes around the neck like this. And these will dangle off your collarbones. I am not quite sure how to photograph this, but I will figure it out. And anyway, I'm kind of pleased with how it turned out. It actually works. Good job, Becky. You had a good idea, I think. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you're enjoying working with this. If this is new to you, then I hope you're enjoying working with it too. And I will see you guys later. Bye.